Man, what up, though? You already know how it goes. Smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment as long as you comment. You dig? I don't like how I look in this camera. My neck look way, but it is what it is, though. Don't get on me too much about it. I kind of want to go cover it up. I'm tanner up here than I am down there, but it is what it is, man. Been a long summer. Um, Shout to all my supporters. I appreciate y'all. 100 million, billion, trillion percent. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's crazy. If you go look back at my little Larry Icewood video, Blade Icewood killer, why they don't touch him. I mentioned the name Angelo Young Ill, and guess who hit me up today? Young Ill hit me the other day. I've been looking for him since he been out, but he was on Instagram and on Facebook. But once I dropped that, if y'all don't call me to go, and I was there for some of the stuff that he been through, and we're gonna talk about it all. I'm gonna drop his page down the link on this video. He ain't got nothing uploaded yet, but go follow him just in case we put something down tomorrow. Definitely Saturday. I'm pulling up on him. Y'all gonna love that interview. While I'm there, I'm gonna upload stuff because I know this is gonna be so interesting. This is gonna be. If I ain't to go after this, I don't know what it is. Go check out that Al Prophet interview too. I finally made it the big homie platform. You know, he almost at 500,000 subscribers. To have me on at only 16K. It's a lot. That's y'all. Put me out there in the ethers, man. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You dig? I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go get some of them Boss Your Lane face masks. You going to work and it's mandated. You know what they doing with this new strand of COVID. So support your boy, please, if you can. Also got the memberships available. Want to grab one? Grab one. I appreciate you if you can do it for me. If not, all is well. As long as you view and comment, it don't matter. Support me some type of way. You dig? I'll support y'all too. Y'all notice I'm uploading y'all stuff. Like I said, once a month, I'm going to take a talented young woman, young man, and get them all the proceeds to the video. I know y'all going to support it. Y'all different, man. I ain't even gonna. But anyway, this video is about, I went through Blade Icewood Killers. The video I uploaded, I went through it, picked out the best comments that I seen on there. And I just want to reply to them all instead of doing an individual video. So I'm about to read them off this. So if I'm looking down, then you know why. So we're going to go with Tyler Ayers, right? He say, respect, brother. I'm not sure how old this guy prison number is or about many joints he been to, but the Moors were not the deepest in every joint. Sometimes the nation will be the deepest, the Sunnis will be the deepest. And since 1997, the vice lords were the deepest. I got my prison number 94. I spent 20 years in prison, and when I was doing my time, the Moors would mostly be the deepest at a lot of joints. Small bit of contradiction, but whatever. Moors the deepest. Ask anybody who conscious of the environment. Like I said, there's a lot of dumb people in prison that don't know the environment, don't know who they're around, don't know how many of who they are around. But the Moors are the deepest. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Period. On most yards, like I don't see Moors go from only 7 to 30 in a week. 2 weeks later, there's 70, 50 members. So don't even. Can't nobody tell me different. Period. When you're a Moorish American, it's your job to know how many other people on the yard, just in case you got to go up against them. 100. But I appreciate your comment, Tyler Ayers. You absolutely right. The Moors were the deepest, mostly. Nation of Islam and all them, they get numbers too. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But 9 times out of 10, Moors the deepest on that yard, followed by Bloods or Moors. Ain't nobody messing with them numbers. 313 Thug Boss. I don't know if you clout chasing or whatnot, but hey, here you go, 313 Thug Boss. The Moors can't F with the nation in the joint. The nation got real killers. Yes, they do. I said that plenty of times. The nation is militant and disciplined, and they got hitters, and they willing to accept, if they accept the snitch or if they accept the whatever, they willing to ride with them. You know what I'm saying? Nation is definitely to be reckoned with. There ain't no punks or pushovers. I never said that. I don't just big up the Moors. I big up the nation too, the Melanics, the Sunnis, and whoever else deserve it. Just I try to keep it 100 as much as possible. But can't nobody mess with Moors. The minister said, stop playing. The nation has better discipline, but Moors are always the deepest on any compound. I have seen prison number 228, 325, and that's from the minister. You're absolutely right. I said that in videos. Go look back at me talking about the Nation of Islam and the Melanics. They have more discipline. Way more discipline. But the Moors are highly organized and a lot of numbers, a lot of killers, a lot of people is never going home. Can't nobody rock with the Moors like that, man. And even though the Bloods disorganized, unorganized, and all that, you still can't really even rock with the Bloods. The numbers so big. But yeah, Bloods, Nation, Vice Lord, man, geez, they all get their numbers. They all got their organizational aspects and all that. But the Moors got it. Just the way it is. Too many of them. Let's go to this. S93. I don't know if you clout chasing either, but you say DC blacks don't recognize Moors. Well, a lot of DC blacks come from the Moor Science Temple of America. Dig? A lot of them come from the Moor Science Temple of America, and definitely we recognize in the Fed joint, in the state joint, or wherever we might be located at. Missouri, Chicago, Moors got a stamp, period. I ain't saying all over the country. I don't know about California. I don't know about Nevada. I don't know about none of them other places. But I know in D.C., I know in Chicago, I know in, we say Chicago like it's a state. I know in Illinois, D.C., Michigan. Got it. Period. Darren Eck for Islam to you, Big Five to you, Moabite. I love this brother. He be in the comments and he be doing his thing. And he tell a lot of the truth. They got some DC blacks in there, brother. What you thought? They got sent over from the feds. Yes, in Marquette, there's a lot of Fed people there. About to go home. People who told they can't be in the regular pen, or people who got too many co-defendants, so on and so forth. And in fact, you have brothers that did Fed time that official them to me, and they had them on TV specials as we were chilling. You'll learn to do your bit. Absolutely right about everything he said. He also said, in fact, from the Moors verse Aryan Brotherhood demonstration up in the Fed joint, they had to spread the boys out across the country because they aren't playing with the AB. DC blacks not playing with them. The Aryan Brotherhood and the Fed joints in California, they something to be reckoned with. But the MDLC, them boys don't stand a chance. They don't want to go up against the Moes. They don't want to go against the B's. They don't want to go up against the folks. They don't want to go against. Nah, they ain't hitting on nothing. Frank Black, Abdul Wali, the murder show had the Moors shook. I don't know who that is, but I do my research. Trust me, ask Schoolcraft D. I do my research. Darren Eck for replied and said, huh? Believe me, brother, we are never shook in there or out here. And who? What's his real name? I did 24 in there. What did you say? And I was level 6 on down. Level 6 is back in the day. They don't got level 6 no more. They got 1, 2, 4, and 5. I think level 2 worse than level 5 and level 4. It's just more to get into it about. But he definitely right. The Mobile definitely right. We ain't worried about nobody in the penitentiary or in the streets. Trust me. If you hear some of these stories about our Grand Sheiks and what they don't did and shots that they don't call, trust me, you'll probably think this was the mafia. Not at all worried about nobody. Crazy P said, can you do a vid on how the Moors got to be dominant in the Michigan prison? Well, people like Angelo Young Ill, trailblazers, big, strong, don't care about going at it with you, a real stepper. Rimmer Bay, definitely, you got to give it the biggest props to Ricky Rimmer Bay. No, well, the biggest props to Grand Sheik Razor Bay, the first Grand Sheik in the Michigan Department of Corrections, for getting it going. But trailblazers like Hawk Ill, and even Bird Ill. I even got to give a shout out to Peterson Bay. Them boys put on, killed for the Temple. But definitely Ricky Rimmer Bay is the biggest name in the Moor Science Temple of America. They started, it made a lot of sense. A lot of brothers joined, and they put down a lot of killers. A lot of people that ain't never going home and ain't got nothing to lose. That's how they rose up. They put in that work. But hopefully I can catch up to Razor Bay. If anybody can help me get in contact with him, I would love to holler at him because he got some stories I know. But that Angelo Young Ill interview gonna be crazy. Y'all gonna love this, bro. We going to go to Demetrius Johnson. I disagree, bro. It's more solar than anything. You got to remember a lot of them brothers stay silent. No, it's not. It's not. I'm not even gonna read the rest of that comment. No, you don't know what you're talking about at all. Go look in the comments of that video. The Blade, why people don't touch Blade Icewood's killer. Go look in the comments of that video, bro. You way outnumbered. No. Clifford Buchanan did 11 years altogether in MDOC. The Moors was always the deepest on any yard I've been on. Word. It's just facts, man. It's just nothing to brag about numbers or nothing like that. Just the Moors are the deepest. What else do we talk about? You know, what else can we talk about? At one time, Bruce Willis says, at one time, Moors used to investigate a person before you can join. Anybody can join now. Yes, prisoners used to work in the reception center. They used to get all your paperwork before you even came there. So they knew who you was. They knew if they was going to extort you. They knew what you was in there for, what you did, when you getting out, all that. They knew everything. First, last name, so on and so forth. Yes, they did do that at one point in time. What happened to it, I don't know. I don't make the rules. But we take on damn near everybody. Big true facts. Darren Eckford Ill said, I wouldn't allow too much stabbing, but beat a guy down. We ain't gonna get into that one. But that was a good comment too. Darren Eckford Ill, you must have been a grand sheik or whatnot. Holler at me too, because I know you got a lot of stories too. You seem like a big OG. So I told him, go on, F the dude up, clean him right up, and don't worry about no one else. And he beat the brakes off Little Blade. I can believe it. I heard the stories. Born Ready Trill said, do a video on the alleged reason Lil Larry killed Blade, bro. That will get views for sure. Well, while Blade Icewood was murdered by Lil Larry, it's for money, nothing personal. Nothing personal. D. Moore says, bro, y'all would take anybody, pedophiles included. That ain't cool. You're judged by the company keep. I'd rather have small numbers and everyone be solid and function amongst garbage and child molesters and I could never call a man like that my brother, and damn sure not going to war behind him. So, okay. So, child molesters, that's the lowest of the low. I agree with that. I targeted child molesters. I extorted them. I assaulted them. Treated them bad. Talked to them bad. I did that. Rapists and pedophiles, if it was up to me, they wouldn't be allowed at all. But you got a lot of other garbage too outside of homosexuals. What y'all say? Y'all say homosexuals garbage, pedophiles, rapists. But the guy who killed his brother over $10 or a drug deal, that's garbage too. If those are only to be saved who've been perfected in the eyes of Allah, then who will be saved? Nobody. None. Nobody. Nobody. I don't make the rules though. I would do paperwork screenings, snitches and stuff like that, or rats or whatever y'all want to call them. I would allow them because this is a religion. We're not a gang. I would allow guys like that, but far as the other stuff, I wouldn't. Just my opinion. Darren Eckford Ill said I wouldn't allow too much. Do a video. Oh, I read that. Let's go on to the other one. Darren Eckford again. Larry got him like that. I never knew he was just my dude. Funny as hell. We used to chill up in there. Ain't nobody trying to run up on him. This I know for sure. Facts. Was there. Team too tight. Can't walk by myself. Ain't none of them bots trying to run up on him or anyone associated with him. Yeah, because the Moors got the numbers. The Moors got the killers. The Moors got the people that's willing to go all the way. Ain't nobody trying to run up on no Moors like that. Say what you want about the Moors, but anybody tell you solidarity, outside people don't know our problems at all. At all. Keep it in between us. Very few internal beefs like that, but it happens every once in a while. For sure, don't nobody want to run up on Lil Larry. Off the strength that he's a man and he'll do something to you, but then you got 50, 60 brothers on you at any given yard that's going to do the same for you. You don't want to go through that. South Shosa Bin Laden. Turn the location off. People weirdos out here. Much respect. Keep up the grind. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And I don't drop the exact location when I'm at houses, but when I'm at hotels and I'm with women, I might want you to know where I'm at. 100, bro. Chris P says older bro did 10 plus in MDOC. He said Moors was deep as with them funny red hats. It's called the Feds, and that's your culture, and that's what you come from too. I wouldn't say funny hats, but it probably do look funny to the person that's not into it or don't understand it. But yeah, just coincide with the rest I said. More deep. Kevin Atchison, the brother telling the truth about the politics in MDOC. I did 8 years. I'm a part of the FOI, Fruit. FOI, for y'all that don't know, that's the Fruit of Islam. That's the serious boys. I'm a part of the FOI, and Fruit make things happen on the yard, peaceful and self-defense. Very true. But all groups have their flaws, but Islam is the way. Get the truth. I'm telling you the truth. It's right here. I'm telling you the truth. Mr. Beats Part 2 says, in New York State Prison system, there's a huge number of 5% of brothers, especially during the 80s to 2000s. I know and work with a lot of cats who were student enrolled in 120 lessons. Shout out to the 5%ers, the 85s, the 10s, and the 5%. Shout out to y'all brothers. The poor and righteous teachers, the nation of gods and earths. Shout y'all brothers out, but it's not a lot of 5%ers in the MDOC, but the ones who are, they stick together and they retain information better than anybody. What's the math today? Drop it down in the comments. Please. Comment. What's the math? Clean Up To says, Moors are grown men, hardened and on code. You don't want those problems. Plus, a lot of Moors already been down for years, still got football numbers. Damn near every Moor that I knew had natural life sentences. 30 years left and already been down 20, 40 years. They don't have nothing to lose and accepted the fact they'll be in prison the rest of their life. That's a group of 150, 60, 70, 30, 50 people. It's just scary to be around. Cars, watches, and shoes said, Little Larry from my hood, he was on that type of time for real. He would jump out on dice games, no mask, and rob. He was a wild boy. Yes, we heard the freaking stories about Little Larry. They can go on and on and on for days. I'm going to reach out to him again. Hopefully he get back at me for real, for real. I'm pretty sure other people reached out to him too. But hopefully he do the more by the side, especially since I'm going up on this joint. Make sure you smash like and subscribe. And even if you don't have a comment for this video, just put a period there. Help with the algorithm, love. Johnny Presto. Shout out Johnny Presto. I met Johnny Presto. I'm going to tell you about the story where me and him went to a hood. He wanted me to drive him somewhere to sell something. he get robbed. And I told him, like, bro, this situation is weird. And I'll tell the story. It's crazy. But Johnny Presto, a real one. Definitely been in prison. Definitely hustler. Shout out Johnny Presto. He said Little L was at SRF in 1200 unit with him. We have probably gambled on 1,000+ games of ping pong. He's the best I've ever run into. Also, the stories are true. He's not to be trifled with, but he was a good friend for a couple years. Solid guy. Everybody say the same thing about Little Larry. Solid. Very solid. Schoolcraft D. That's the guy who got me up on Beast, and I think Benji Kincaid. But he said, yeah, the Moors were the deepest in the yard. I always felt because they accepted all of the folly. I went to the box for over a year for going at more with a belt lock. It was talk about repercussions, but my guys were with the BS too. Prison is a waste of time. I'd rather be homeless. Yeah, I'd rather be homeless too, because you can always make something happen out here. Ain't no doubt about it. But I agree with what he said. The Moors will accept the folly with you. They'll protect anybody if you're a real Moorish, or you're a Moorish American that they mess with. Or you just, you seem faithful to the movement. They're going to protect you. It's just the way the Moors do. Alan Laster, I'm glad you addressed the situation. You got commercials on your videos now. You're in the algorithm. You're going up. Thank you, Alan Laster. Appreciate you, beloved. And that was the end of the questions. So if you got any more, drop them in the box below. Make sure y'all go check out Angelo Young Eel YouTube. It will be in the description. That interview about to be crazy. That's probably going to be my biggest interview Probably gonna be my biggest interview. He got 27 years of stories, and he not one of them type of people that's gonna hold back or none of that. He gonna let you know about a lot of the stories that I don't told on here about Ricky Rimmer Bay, Peterson Bay, homosexuals in the temple, killers, scatless Butch. He know all them guys. Pony Don, best friends. Pony Don got all. That interview about to be dope, and it's about to be lit. I hope y'all go support that. For real, for real. I ain't seen a YouTube check, but I'm pulling up on people. I'm investing money in it. I hope y'all appreciate it and respect it. I know a lot of y'all do. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about that. Big Beard Gang. Peace and blessings be upon y'all. Happy New Year's, beloveds. I appreciate y'all, man. Go check out that Hot Boy Jesse video I just dropped too. Hot Boy Jesse, go check him out. Keep him going up. And remember, like I said, I want to do once a month, upload somebody content and give them 100% of the proceeds, or once every 2 weeks, or whatever the case may be. And we need to go in, start this investment group. We're going to get it up and we're going to get it right. Hopefully by the summertime, beloveds. Peace and blessings be to y'all.